My psychopath sister told me to call myself, and my mom encouraged her, so I tried to silently escape the house. But my mom caught me and did everything she could to stop me, plus 3 updates. When I told my abusive mom I wanted to move out for college, she started bawling, screaming that I didn't love her. My sister walked in and asked what was going on, and my mom screamed again that I didn't love her and that I just wanted to leave. Then, totally unprovoked, my sister pulled out her phone and sent me this DM. "You dumb B-teach, I hate you. You're trash, and I'm glad you were robbed. No one loves you, and no one ever will. How dare you make mom upset? She's been kind to you your whole life. All she wanted was for you to stay. You're never going to be anything, and I know you've been thinking about calling yourself, so why don't you just do it? No one will care. Your boyfriend dumped you last year. Doesn't that tell you no one wants you? I hope you get raped again, but I should stop before you go calling the cops, like you used to do to mom when we were kids. There's so much I want to say, but I don't want to be a bully." I started crying. When my mom saw me crying, she started laughing, uncontrollably, and called my sister. "Hilarious. You're going nowhere," my mom said, before walking away. I wanted to leave right away, but I didn't even know where I'd go. I tried to calm down and think, but my sister came back into the room. She had this smug look on her face, like she was daring me to react. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice dripping with fake concern. "Did I hurt your feelings?" She didn't wait for me to answer. "Oh wait, I forgot. You don't have any. You're just this empty shell who thinks everyone owes her something." I didn't say anything. I didn't trust myself to speak. If I opened my mouth, I knew I'd either scream or start crying again, and I didn't want to give her that satisfaction. She leaned in closer, lowering her voice. "You're such a pathetic little crybaby. No wonder no one wants you around." Then she moved behind me, and before I could react, she flicked the back of my head. I stumbled forward and she laughed. "Oops," she said mockingly. "Didn't see you standing there." It stung, but I didn't turn around. I just stood there, fists clenched, holding it together. I felt trapped, like I couldn't even move. She leaned in again, her breath right against my ear. "You know, you should really do everyone a favor and just disappear. You'd be doing us all a huge favor." I closed my eyes, wishing I could vanish into the floor, wishing I was anywhere but here. She pulled back and laughed again, a harsh, mean sound. "Yeah, that's what I thought. Go ahead, keep pretending you're all brave and tough, but we all know you're just a coward." She turned and walked away, leaving me standing there, shaking. My head throbbed where she'd flicked it, but that was nothing compared to the heaviness in my chest. I took a deep breath, trying to steady myself. I knew I had to get out, but I didn't know how. My mom was right. I was going nowhere. That night, I went back to my room and locked the door. I couldn't stay here anymore. It was like being trapped in a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I sat on the edge of my bed, staring at the wall, trying to figure out what to do. I knew I couldn't just walk out the front door. They'd stop me. I needed a plan. First, I grabbed my phone and opened the messages from my sister. I took screenshots of everything. I didn't know if I'd need them, but I wanted proof, just in case. It felt weird, like I was building a case against my own family, but they left me no choice. I saved the screenshots in a hidden folder, then backed them up to my email. After that, I started going through old messages. My sister had sent me so many awful things over the years. I saved those too. Every insult, every threat. I didn't read them closely. I knew I'd cry again, and I needed to stay focused. Next, I made a list. Clothes, my laptop, a few books, some cash I'd saved from my part-time job. About $300. Not much, but hopefully enough to start somewhere else. I started packing a small bag, quietly, so no one would hear. Rolled up some clothes, stuffed in my laptop and charger, shoved the cash deep into my backpack. My heart was pounding the whole time, like I was doing something wrong, but I kept telling myself I had to do this. I couldn't stay here and pretend everything was okay. Just as I zipped the bag, I heard footsteps in the hallway. I froze. My heart jumped into my throat. The doorknob rattled. I'd forgotten to unlock it. "Open the door!" my mom shouted, sharp and annoyed. I hesitated, then forced myself to get up and unlock it. She pushed it open, arms crossed, glaring. Her eyes landed on the bag. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" she demanded. I tried to stay calm, think of something to say, but the panic was rising. "I'm just packing some stuff," I said, voice shaking. "For college. I just wanted to be ready." "Don't lie to me," she snapped, stepping in. "You think you're leaving? After everything I've done for you? You're just going to walk out?" I swallowed hard. My mouth was dry. "I'm not trying to leave right now," I said, forcing a smile. "I was just getting things together. I'm not going anywhere." She didn't believe me. I saw it in her eyes. She stepped closer, her face inches from mine. "You think you're so smart, don't you? Think you'll run off and have your perfect little life? Well, you're not. You're not going anywhere." "I know, Mom," I said softly. "I know, I'm staying. I'm sorry." I hated saying it, hated pretending, but I knew if I didn't, she'd make it worse. She stared at me a long time, like trying to read my mind. I held her gaze, kept calm. Finally, she stepped back, sneering. "That's right," she said. "You're not going anywhere. You belong here, with your family. Don't forget that." "I won't," I said quietly. She gave me one last glare before slamming the door behind her. I let out a shaky breath, like I'd just run a marathon. My hands were trembling as I stuffed the last few things in my bag. I wasn't going to let her win. I wasn't staying here to be destroyed. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I was going to get out. Even if it meant sneaking out in the middle of the night, I was going to escape, no matter what it took.